board for 16 years. 20 years, my bad. That's longer than I've been alive. Dr. Kirk Steehler.
I'm here to give a speech, and I feel like I'm home. By the way, my speech was already given.
Interrupt you for 1 second. Hey, you know what? Something about this room, it has great acoustics. So we can hear everything you're saying while we're trying to talk, okay? So let's quiet down, show a little respect. Thank you very much.
I can't believe that stopped it. I just got back. I met John actually for the first time. I met John for the first time, you won't remember, in 1969. And it was on the lawn of the Art Center. The Art Center started in 1893, yeah. No. I'm making you a little older. 1968. I met him in 1969. It was a concourse. Was the name of the band, Chuck Ventrilo. My best friend, Shelton Pearson, was a guitar player there. And I met him then, joined the board in 1983. He was on the board 30 years. And I've learned a few things from knowing him. I was going to mention some of the things that his son mentioned. I maybe just will talk a little bit more. John's exhibits in his tenure from 1968 till present, 49 years. He has this international open embrace of all cultures. He did the Art of India, exhibits of Kangen, Katanga, East African printed textiles, Tibetan art, Japanese prints, Eva Zeisel, Edward Sheriff Kernus, photogravures documenting North American Indians. He obviously embraces all cultures. His publications are The Tactile Vessel, like Frederick Hurt Reed, English Potter in America, which John's son mentioned. We call it teco, but when you're selling we call it tico. When you're selling a tico pot in Cincinnati, it's called teco, and you get more money for it. A Peculiar Vision, the works of George Orr, and Poems in Clay. These are publications that are used by the auction industry daily, and they're actually out of print, and you can go online and Google or eBay, and you'll have to spend hundreds of dollars for our publications to get them. So I guess what I want to say out of that is this is a very incomplete list of things that he's done, but yet any single one of these things out of the 50 things, any single one of them would have been a person's life accomplishment, and yet he's done more than anyone can count, more than I mentioned. So it's so spectacular, but that's not why I came up here. I have The Secrets and Forgotten Truths of John Vanco. And these are things that I've learned, the truths and the secrets. And the first one is that he eats all of his vegetables. And his favorite candy are those orange circus peanuts. And I brought this article, which is so spectacular. It's a really great article. And inside there's a picture of him. And so I have proof now that he was not born with a beard. All right? Actually, one of the more important things that we spent this museum, and I call it we, and it is we. This museum has walls, but that's the thing that John taught me is just the opposite. John has shown me in every way that the museum does not have walls. And we are all over the city. We have programming in the schools. We have programming like at Frontier Park. We have place in years past. The museum has never had walls. This is an assemblage tonight. Thank you everyone for coming. But this museum is way beyond this community, and it's regional and it's actually a very important art museum nationally, anyways, certainly in the United States. art has many faces. It is where you find it. He taught me that. Also, he loves Japanese woodblock prints. He does. And he himself is an artist, and people have forgotten that. And as he puts this side of his career down, I would love to see him behind a camera again, because he's truly a great artist as well. He's a champion of Erie artists, and we just saw that. He's a champion of Erie artists and regional art. And every artist knows him, and well, he loves blues and jazz. And through him, he's arranged to bring wonderful, internationally important jazz and blues artists. And it's unfortunate there was a series of them when they came to Erie. They died a couple months later, but I think we fixed that. We have them have a physical before they come to Erie now. But that's actually in the contract now. You can't come to Erie without having a physical first. And he inspires others to dream and makes other people dream bigger. He looks at ordinary life, and if you don't take anything away from anything I'm saying, please listen to this. He takes ordinary life and elevates it to the meaningful and extraordinary. Therefore, art is in life, and art is life. Forget my speeches, Secrets and Forgotten Truths of John Vanco. So his greatest strength is his programming. He himself could complete an art exhibit in an afternoon, and it would look like 100 people did it. But he might have a sign on it saying, "Please do not touch," and it's not because the art is so valuable, but the paint is still wet. But do not touch. He's always ready to pitch in and help in any task, no matter how esoteric or how mundane. He has perseverance, patience, and willingness to hang on to what he feels is right. And this is interesting. At times he is bending and affable, but his principles are unwavering and clear. So I would like to give a toast to John Vanco, who is the essence of perfection, of excellence. He is programming genius. He exhibits love, and I just toast John Vanco with his life. Thank you.